Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good morning. May we begin the forum by reciting Al-Fatiha. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning. Yang berusaha Profesor Dr. Zaki Ahmad, Dean of Research and Innovation, College of Engineering UiTM Shah Alam. Professor IR Dr. Muhammad Huzaimi Juso, Head of Research and Innovation, College of Engineering UiTM Shah Alam. Distinguished panels, staff, students, members of the floor. First and foremost, I am Wardati binti Hashim from School of Civil Engineering, College of Engineering UiTM Shah Alam, and I'll be moderating the forum today throughout the session. So before we proceed further, allow me to invite those distinguished panels today onto the stage. Please give a warm welcome to Mr. Peter C.S. Pen from MRA-NTI. You may have the seat next to me, Mr. Peter. Over here. All right. Please invite Dr. Azlan Shah Hussein from Petronas in a very nice suit of baju Melayu. Dia duduk kat tengah tu, Dr. Azlan. And last but not least, Puan Nadia Fatin Muhammad Ihsan from MOSTI. Please welcome. Okay. So this is our the line of our panels for today. So it is a great pleasure for us today to have this industrial forum of the theme Empowering Engineering Synergy in Science, Technology and Social Science Innovation. And it is actually much intriguing for us to have a line of distinguished panels from the industry. So let me briefly introduce all the panels by starting with the one and only female panel we have today sitting at the end of the row. So introducing Puan Nadia Fatin Muhammad Ihsan, a Principal Assistant Secretary in Funding Division of Kementerian Science, Technology and Innovasi, or familiarly known to us as MOSTI. She has over 14 experience as a science officer at MOSTI. She is responsible in ensuring the overall administration of Applied Innovation Fund, AIF, and MOSTI Combating COVID-19 Fund, MCCOF. This entails the application and evaluation of both grant schemes as well as the monitoring of ongoing RMK11 and RMK12 R&D projects. So welcome Puan Nadia to UiTM. Sitting next to Puan Nadia, our dashing Dr. Azlan Shah Hussein in a very nice suit of baju Melayu, a principal scientist, process technology R&D in Petronas, as well as the head of Petronas Global Technology Center, University Technology Petronas, UTP. A chemist with 15 years R&D experience in the area of sustainable chemistry, Dr. Azlan is one of the top 3 staff that has contributed to the highest number of intellectual property rights, comprising the 8 patent families with a total of 48 patents worldwide. Dr. Azlan in total has created more than 15 billion US dollar worth of innovations and operations solutions. That's quite an achievement, Dr. Azlan. And last but not least, a gentleman sitting next to me, Mr. Peter C.S. Pen, a General Manager of the International Innovation Hub and Center of Excellence Department at the Malaysian Research Accelerator for Technology and Innovation, MRA-NTI, or should I pronounce as Meranti? Meranti, okay, great, cool. So Peter had spent more than 20 years in the private and public sector, specializing in the areas of engineering and ICT, Industrial 4.0 technology, strategic planning, and lots more. Peter is currently part of the senior management team to implement a smooth merger between MAGIC and TPM and the creation of Meranti, an agency under MOSTI. So we would like to welcome all of the panels to College of Engineering UiTM Shah Alam. So today, the forums that we have today with the aim to engage the academic world with the industry, hoping to bridge the gap in terms of research direction or synergism misunderstanding, as well as looking for any prospective collaboration between UITM and those parties that we have today. So how basically this forum is going to be handled out? We're going to have a few rounds of questions with the panels. I'll be throwing out questions to them, and all of the panels will be answering, representing their organization. And at the end of the session, we're going to have a question and answer, which all of the participants are welcome to ask the questions verbally. You have the microphone over there, or you may scan using the QR code pasted at the side of the seat. So we are using the Padlet apps. Kod kalau segan-segan, malu-malu, kita akan bacakan soalan tu nanti. Dia akan keluar nantilah. Jadi boleh scan apps tu, boleh adakan soalan dari masa sekarang. Okay, so it can be any questions from anyone. The staff, the students, you are welcome to ask. So we have the peoples of the experts today. So let us get this opportunity to ask and to get to know what do we have in terms of collaboration ke, atau untuk students nak tanya peluang ke macam mana ke. Okay, alright. So maybe we can start just for warming up to the panels lah. Okay, since all of the panels today are representing different agencies, some are from agencies and another from the private sector. How could you actually briefly elaborate to us the function and the role of your organization in related to the university industry research collaboration? So maybe we can start with Puan Nadia Fatin from the MOSTI.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning. Thank you to Puan Moderator. It is a great pleasure for me to be here. Thank you to UITM for inviting me alongside with our panel, Mr. Peter and Dr. Azlan. So allow me to introduce about Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation of MOSTI. MOSTI mission is to be the leader in science, technology and innovation for national development and sustainable development and societal well-being. I am from Funding Division, MOSTI, where we provide grants. We have 5 grants altogether. We focus on pre-commercialization grant, ranging from innovation grant, high technology grant, and also game changer grant. Before coming here, I look up on my database, and I filter the database to university, specifically for UITM. So I saw that UITM has received in RMK 12 5 grants with a total amounting to 2.5 million. So congratulations to UITM. Okay, so I will elaborate more on the 5 fundings throughout the session. Okay, back to you, moderator.
All right, thank you, Puan Nadia. That's short and brief, but quite proud to share 2.5 million amounting for us. Okay, that's good. It's quite an achievement. So, Dr. Azlan, can you share with us how basically Petronas play the role in terms of research collaboration with the academic?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullah, and very good morning. I have to walk quite a bit just now. But anyhow, it's okay. No, glad to be back. The last time I was here probably in 2018 giving a lecture. Masa tu under Sufri kot yang apa tu kelola kan, I guess. But yeah, so I'm from a unit called Project Delivery and Technology. We are 5,000 people strong, and yes, 4,000 are engineers, I guess. And then and I come from the technology part. Technology has a very different, I will call that limit of authority. It means that it has been given special attention by the senior management team, which is chaired by Datuk President himself. And they decide which way and which direction that Petronas as a whole should go. And this usually based on outstanding studies by Boston Consulting Group, all the mega trend and futurists, and try to distill down back to what is what are those things that could and be beneficial to Petronas as a company. Yeah, and then from that we filter down and we make it into a thing called technology agenda. So that's our pillar. And from there, then we decide what to do. You know, we put more definition into the what call that vision. And most of the funding Petronas comes internally, means that we fund our own. Last year we probably have a budget around 320 million ringgit. Mostly covers from basic research until to the 50 million ringgit pilot plant. I have one. But anyhow, I think there's a lot of typo dalam description too. I am number one in terms of IP contribution in Petronas. 50 billion merepek lah, itu macam Petronas punya profit every year. Tak mungkin. So probably 150 million probably yes. And I come from a unit which manned by 7 people that manage collaboration and interaction with universities, private and local. And we do have engagements with the local universities and obviously universities. There are certain amount of money being allocated to university is free for all, free for you to grab. And just do your best to convince us that this is the direction that we should take in order to realize, what you call that, realize our visions in technology agenda. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, the thing that I captured, lots of money that for you to grab. Hope I did not misheard that, yeah, Dr. Azlan. I think that's the keyword from all the things. And of course, I heard about the number one. Yeah, that's very enlightening on that. Okay, thank you, Dr. Azlan. Now, from Mr. Peter, since you are from Meranti, it's an agency under MOSTI, so we hope to hear what would be any maybe small difference in terms of function and role between Meranti and the MOSTI itself.
Right. Thank you, Point Moderator. Good morning to Prof and all the doctors and all the students and participants. Thank you for the opportunity to share a little bit about Meranti. Meranti is an agency under MOSTI. Yeah, we function under the mandate which is given by our parent ministry. I'm not sure whether you have heard of MAGIC, Malaysia Global Innovation Center. Yes, I think MAGIC is quite famous here. And it was in Cyberjaya for about 8 years. So I think last year, the ministry decided to merge both MAGIC and also Technology Park Malaysia in Bukit Jalil. I'm sure you heard about it. Technology Park Malaysia 26 years ago, it was launched by Tun Mahathir as a center for multimedia super corridor. I think it's one of the flagship location. But it's still a massive status location. But when the ministry asked us to merge, we were given a new mandate. Even though our name is called Malaysian Research Accelerator for Technology and Innovation, but in reality, we are not a research agency. We are actually a technology commercialization accelerator agency. So what we do is we work very closely with the innovators, with what we call technopreneurs, basically entrepreneurs who use technology or they produce technological products, be it software or hardware. And also work very closely. Of course, the most important is to work closely with universities, how to turn some of the research ideas and some of the also some of your products that you may have reached or at the very early stages of commercialization, and we help you to accelerate towards a product where you can access the market. So I think when we merge, our mandate is basically to accelerate from ideas all the way to prototypes, the POC, prototypes, MVP, and then finally, to a commercialized product, and lastly, giving you market access. And it is supported by grants, which we administer on behalf of MOSTI, like the National Technology Innovation Sandbox grant, and most recently, I think from next year onwards, will be the Dana Pengkomersialan. So this is what we administer on the direction of our ministry. We wish that we hope that these grants will actually assist some of startups where they are at a certain level of technology readiness. I think we use the NASA definition, technology readiness level 6 and above. That's where we actually help in terms of grant. But other than that, within Meranti, due to the merger process, Magic has the academy, the entrepreneurship program, the social innovation program, but TPM has these old facilities as the ICT center. But after we merged, they set up a new department, which is the International Innovation Hub. So my role is basically to build what we call living labs and also center of excellence. So we have drones, we have autonomous vehicles, we have 5G, we have vertical farming, which is in the area of agri-tech, and also many other sectors, and also smart manufacturing as well. So under the tech focus area, we help sectors to accelerate their ideas. We don't cover everything because we're just a subset of mostly. So we need to look at those technology areas. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. That's such a good warming up. So basically, what can I say that from these three panels we have, all of them are collaborators. But if we could define a bit more, macam Musti and Meranti, Musti more on the research funder, I believe.
We have the DASA science technology, we have the policy, we have the DASA to support.
Yeah, so it's more on the funder and also on the policy maker lah. Okay, while Meranti is more on the technopreneurship punya agenda, which they accelerate for commercialization and as such. While Petronas, I believe they could be both. Okay, so being one of the multinational company, Dr. Azlan, so dia boleh pergi kepada dua-dua juga lah, funder, collaborator and everything lah. Okay, so kita baru warming up ni lah. Okay, so jadi sekarang mungkin hopefully dah panas sikit kan. So when we talk about the effort between university and industry to work together, it is actually a productive effort, I believe, because we have our own vision in building up the nation. So research collaboration is one of it, in which we have all the plans in RMK 11, RMK 12 and as such. But however, there is always some sort of hesitation, maybe among us academicians as well, to secure this collaboration with the industry isn't always an easy job, especially for us academicians. Even I am one of the applicants juga. Kadang-kadang bila kita hantar application tu, we made all the proposal, but it got rejected and as such. So maybe if the panels could share with us from the industrial point of view, what are the common attributes being looked or any expectation towards these prospective collaborators, especially from the university. So maybe if we could hear from Dr. Azlan first.
Do I have a slide?
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, I listed down three. I've been with Petronas for the last 20 years, and I've worked with many collaborators, mostly from Europe. But here are the points that I picked up over the years. First of all, when I look at potential collaborators, I look at their history. Who are they as a person? Who are they as a group? What are their visions? Pervasiveness in exploring topics, and and what I call that, attentiveness to detail. Because at the end of the day, what we want, not just papers. We want something that can make money. Of course, in a bit of green would be nice, so that we can invest more. But also it's about creating jobs. Creating families. And that usually goes beyond contractual obligations. Objek nombor satu apa? Objek nombor dua apa? No. Let me put in this perspective. I have a project that I have worked on for the last 12 years. And now it's just being developed into a pilot plant, which is built in Bangi, 8 tons per day. Amazing, right? 8 ton per day works at 50 bar of hydrogen. Kau meletup tu siap, MPOB sebelah. Well, anyhow, Dr. Chu tak marahnya, okay. Anyhow, so just like it takes long, and we always continue to challenge the idea that coming off from the recognition, how does this work in real world? And most of the time, it falls short on translational things. Yeah, biasanya in the contractual obligation, you will not have measure density, measure viscosity. No. But the thing is, those things required to specify your pump. It's very easy. And falls on whose lap would that be? Well, tak nak atas lagi. Mana? Bawah. There you go. Yeah, so for every opportunity that comes down your way, do see it as a calling. You do it beyond the things that you do today, and ask yourself, if I don't do this well today, what will I lose? What will the next generation lose? Because for us, Petronas, people say, oh, Petronas duit rakyat. To us, it's about extending that values beyond our business chain. Means that every one of you have tasted the generosity of our motherland in some ways. And that means that for every research proposal or whatever that is, you must see it as a calling. You do it beyond your professional needs. I mean, it's quite amazing that most of the European universities do adopt that kind of attitude, because they see that this is the chance to be immortal, I guess, in that sense. So the last point would be adapt and adopt. That is a must. From our side also, we have to adapt. How do we translate this problem? How do we prioritize and make sure that the collaborators understand that this is important? At the end of the day, we don't want to kill anybody. We just want to make money, right? Try me have an accident, and you know how much it costs, truly. All right, that's it.
So, Dr. Azlan, there's this, if I could put into words, I mean, just for our understanding, that talking about collaboration in the industry now, contribution of knowledge is one, but what would be the end result in terms of business profit or as such is another
Even
matter.
that point is not a concern of academics, sebenarnya. It's not a concern of yours, but you must have the same vision of what it should be and what entails. Itu je.
Itu je.
Money to let the business people do it lah. That's why they paid good money.
Okay, that's good. That's good thing yang kita saya rasa semua pensyarah nak tahu benda tu lah kan, sebab kita mungkin masih dalam ruang lingkup of knowledge contribution, but this is something that we could actually get the tips from the actual person of industry. Okay, so maybe if we could hear from Puan Nadia of MOSTI, sebab MOSTI antara geran yang quite common being applied for, but maybe if you could share with us, nak kata tips pun bukanlah tips, but some general idea based on experience, what could be usually the lacking of people from academics when they propose or they send a proposal for funding and as such, could share with us.
Okay, I will share from the perspective of a grant provider. So there is 4 tips. One is clarity. You have to be very sure of what you are doing. Kena perlu sangat jelas dengan apa yang anda tengah fokus, sebab banyak permohonan yang kami terima, proposal tu berbeza dengan semasa pitching. Di antara perkara yang mesti utamakan adalah tahap kesediaan teknologi, TRL, seperti Mr. Peter mention, adaptasi daripada NASA. TRL is from TRL 1 hingga TRL 9. Dana mesti fokus bermula daripada TRL 2 hingga TRL 9. Kami tak biaya TRL 1 sebab itu baru basic idea, fundamental research. Itu Kementerian Pengajian Tinggi yang cover. So bermula TRL 2, proof of concept, Kami biaya, kami ada 5 grant semuanya. So bermula daripada TRL 2, kami ada grant inovasi, kami ada grant pembangunan teknologi, dan kami cover sehingga product proven TRL 9. Yang ini sehingga telah ada working prototype. Jadi di bawah point clarity ni, penggunaan ayat semasa di proposal pun sangat penting. Sebab kami bermula daripada TRL 2, tak boleh guna to study. Yang itu memang ayat untuk fundamental. So kena guna ayat to formulate, to assess, dan juga to develop. Selain itu, kena clear which grant to apply. Kalau doktor nak mohon untuk pembangunan teknologi, tak boleh nak mohon dana inovasi. So itu pemilihan grant pun sangat penting. Kami ada buat sesi konsultasi setiap hari Khamis. Jadi sebelum mohon tu, maybe you can set appointment with us first, where we will advise which grant is suitable for you, which TRL suit you, and then how to apply. Okay, point kedua adalah networking. Include in your proposal a strong team. Jika boleh, utamakan kolaborasi dengan industri. Kira set CV yang strong. Dan juga pastikan kira bila kita bekerjasama dengan industri, peluang pengomersialan tu lebih tinggi. Okay, itu point kedua. Yang ketiga adalah research output. Dalam proposal tu masukkan output seperti human capital development, berapa master, berapa PhD student, selain itu berapa IP akan dijana dan juga publication. Okay, di slide ni jika doktor ada proposal yang telah melangkaui TRL 9, di bawah MOSTI juga, we have 5 funding agencies, MTDC, Cradle, MEFCAP, KMP, dan juga MDV, which they provide different kind of facilitation, loan, grant, equity, which you can approach to them. Okay, next slide. So my last point, number 4, is follow the priority areas. ASM has developed 10-10 My ACIE, which is the mapping of science and technology drivers. Kiranya bila doktor kenal pasti science and technology drivers seperti IoT, sensor teknologi, dia akan terus pergi ke socio-economic drivers. Yang itulah yang ASM hasratkan, iaitu tak kisahlah anda daripada public agency ataupun private sector ataupun civil society, gunakan tool ni untuk laksanakan inisiatif, sebab somehow dia akan contohnya kalau macam saya ambil satu bidang, contohnya bidang vaksin, penggunaan precision medicine, penggunaan mungkin biomedical technology untuk menghasilkan vaksin, dia akan terus ke socio-economic driversnya, iaitu medical and healthcare. So memang ASM, hasrat ASM adalah melalui mapping ini, negara kita akan menjadi high technician by 2030, insyaAllah. Okay, itu saja.
Okay, so the key is clarity, Puan Nadia. Kejelasan, they should know clearly what they are doing, the direction, all the things about master student semua. Cuma saya on behalf lah, mungkin bagi pihak saya sendiri, tidak wakil siapa. Kadang-kadang kita dah letak semua tu, kita dah ada all the ni, tapi agak-agak mungkin masih tak dipilih juga tu, mungkin lah kenapa tu Puan Nadia. Saja kita nak tahulah kan. Kadang-kadang tu dah letak semua dah dia punya kriteria apa semua. Tapi rejected juga. What could it be lah? Maybe if you based on your experience lah, what could it be? The reason tu lah.
Okay, semasa sesi penilaian, pemohon akan pitching di hadapan panel. Panel ni daripada industri, daripada public agency, dan juga mungkin juga daripada universiti. So mungkin perspektif panel tu berbeza. Tapi nasihat saya jangan putus asa sebab ada juga permohonan yang dia dah 5 kali mohon tapi dia sentiasa tambah baik. So eventually akhirnya dia berjaya.
I see.
So
the perseverance should be there lah.
yes, correct.
Okay, sebab perspektif panel ni kita tak boleh nak cater lah kan. Perspektif panel ni dia yang tu in the end dia balik kepada rezeki, tapi keep on going, keep on sending I believe. InsyaAllah ada rezeki dia nanti kan. Okay, so to Mr. Peter, so since we are talking about technopreneurship, I believe in university we have lots of researchers that they already have the end results, meaning the product. Tapi they try to look for funder. Okay, they try to submit for proposals in terms of getting funding to get it commercialized and as such. But sometimes it doesn't really, it did not success well. So maybe if you could share with us any tips that they can have in terms of when they want to try again next time.
Okay, I think we always hear the statement that there seems to be a mismatch between the supply side and the demand. Maknanya supply from the perspective of the university side and also from the industry. There's a statement that's being made in general. There's a supply mismatch between there's a mismatch between supply and demand. To some extent, that is true. But I think the real issue is actually because there isn't a very strong bridge between the university, in my opinion, which I've observed over the years, between the university and the industry. The source of the problem is not the university itself or the industry by itself. I think there's a missing link, which is a bridge that needs to be very strong. My observation with in Germany, I used to work very closely with Technical University of Munich. They are the #1 university in Europe based on QS ranking. What I observed there is that there's a very strong connection between the industry and the academia. The industry actually builds the campuses, they build the facilities in the university itself. The reason being because the industry requires certain skills, and research capability and so on from the universities. So what they do is when in the R&D phase, right, the industry has already begun talking to the university because they will require the new skills workforce to come into the workforce, or they are also looking to work closely with the startups. The startup ecosystem there has a very high success rate. My experience with them was they have a very high success rate, over 90%. Most of the startups survive more than 5 years. Sorry. So I think it's not the issue of each, is how you link those two together. And they do it through what they call a center of excellence, similar to the commercialization accelerator, like what Moranti is trying to do. I think that's why we are given that mandate to try to become the bridge, between either universities who are doing research, or innovators out there, how to bring closer to the industry. But I have to state the fact that Malaysian industry and industries in advanced country, developed country, the behavior is completely different. From that side, as I mentioned, they're very used to working with university. They build the facilities and so on. I think that the problem with some of the industry here in Malaysia is they always look at, okay, this is something that I want, you have to offer it to me, right? And they keep saying that the universities are not doing things that they want, and the startups are not doing things that they want. I think that's why it's very important now, which Meranti is trying to do. I think through the setup of our living labs, we do it slightly differently. So we provide the platform and the facilities, because nobody wants to invest, for example, because on that side, universities are already investing, industries are already investing in universities very directly. So in this case, Moranti is taking the first step. We build the 6 living lab, drones, autonomous vehicles, 5G smart factory. We build a facility as a platform. Then we will engage the industries and ask them, what are the issues that affect maybe certain sectors in your, for example, in manufacturing. And then we work together to develop POCs with the support of startups, and hopefully with the university researchers as well. Of course, there will be some gaps in terms of knowledge, technology. because you're working on a new solution or you're working on a problems that has not been solved. So basically, there will be gaps in terms of what the industry and also what the startup can provide. That's where the university play a very important role. What you're researching there comes into play, not necessarily what you're researching directly, the type of skills that you have here in the universities, because you learn a lot of things, many knowledge areas. So by bringing all of you together, we are solving an industry problem. So when the problem is solved, the industries will be obliged to buy the solution because you are working on their problems. So I think that's why I keep saying the importance of having a bridge. That's why Moranti been given the mandate by MOSTI is to build that bridge. That's why we call ourselves the commercialization accelerator. So we have a technology commercial department that work closely with universities. Hopefully, I think my colleagues have also spoken to UiTM as well. I think there's so much potential that needs to be tapped. I think that's why we have to build a bridge. In my opinion, over the years, a very strong, not to say the bridge doesn't exist, a very strong bridge is missing. Yeah, that's why I'm very excited to be here, to be, surrounded by, PhD students, lecturers, and so on. I think there's so much potential that we can tap into. So I say people keep making broad statement that industry not talking to academia, vice versa, they're not doing what they want. I think that is not, that is to some degree, it may be right, but I think the real crux of the problem is the strong bridge between. Once you know there's a platform to work together, I'm sure that I mean, I travel overseas, they always say Malaysia has a lot of problems to solve, but not enough people who are working on the solutions. Truly, if you can solve manufacturing problems, agriculture problems, and also manufacturing problems here, I mean, the adoption of Industry 4.0, it's a big space to work on. Really, memang sangat banyak peluang in the areas of technology development. I think UiTM has, I mean, you are also one of the top universities in Asia. I saw your ranking. Wow, I was so impressed. 15 years ago, when I took in interns for UiTM, I said, wow, the quality of education in UiTM is amazing. Yeah, we don't hear too much about UiTM, but I have first-hand experience. I think all of you are doing a great job. We hope to work together on this one. Thank you.
Okay, so about bridging the gap, and we heard it quite a lot few years back about bridging the gap between the industrial and the university, like the
Puan
example you
Moderator,
gave from.
I ada soalan untuk Mr. Peter.
Yeah.
What is your hurdle rate for a project to be considered successful? Hurdle rate, I mean your hurdle rate lah, your WAC or whatever you call it there.
Oh, okay.
Or your R.
Okay. We don't measure hurdle rate. I mean, currently prior to merger, the programs at Magic predominantly, TPM is still MSc status kind of companies, measured by the number of people that goes through the programs, and to some extent we also measure conversion rate. So those who have gone through the ideas, the design thinking, and so on. The moment they move into the NTIS program, which is TRL 6, then there is what we call how far they have graduated. And then once they have reached past the prototype stage, past TRL 6, they move to TRL 9 and above, then we do another measurement again. Then after that, when they go into our programs where we expose them, they go through a pitching session with our VC panel for either Series A or Series B, then we do another set of measurement again. So I think prior to merger, a lot of our success, I would say success, a lot of our focus of effort is more towards up to TRL 6 level. But now in the merger phase, we are now tackling 9 and above.
Yep.
Asian Petronas hurdle rate is 9%.
9%. Okay, so if in that the case, if we could, I believe everyone in this hall, I mean even out of the hall, would like to know what are the ongoing prospective fund or maybe research grant opportunity that we, being the academician, have in order to apply or anything lah. The currently the ongoing one, macam tadi kita dengar daripada Petronas, even daripada MOSTI, certain amount of money over there. But we like to know the ongoing offer yang ada peluang untuk kita lah. So maybe Mr. Peter can share anything from Meranti itself and some tips that you can share to the researchers, since talking about bridging the gap just now, it would take some time, I presume, but with the current products that we already might have, and we would like to go more for it. Maybe what you can share about it.
Okay, before I talk about grant, I think grants will be mostly my colleague from Mostly, but we do handle 2 grants. But I think to talk about the bridge is actually, it won't take long. I think we already started the program. I think recently we have visits from 2 very large German multinational company. They came to Malaysia and they are scouting for startups. They will pay for the entire POC. And then this is in collaboration with Fraunhofer Institute. Once they paid for the POC, the project works, then they will actually issue they will be engaging a service to move towards MVP, and then ideally towards the end a real commercialized product. So we are living in very interesting times because we are now seeing the trend of it for the last 2 to 5 years. Innovation is being decentralized. Basically, gone are the days where innovation only happens in very large multinationals, because they realize that they have finite number of R&D engineers that they can hire. So they have begun to look outside. They are now tapping into the startup ecosystem. Of course, the startups can come from universities as well, aggressively scouting for to work on POCs. So the commercialization, the bridge is now very short and very fast. So I think so the industries are now funding the portion of it, which I find is very exciting. They actually come all the way to Malaysia and they found some very interesting startup from our ecosystem. So I think that is working very well in terms of, as much as possible, of course, government grants do support this ecosystem, but ideally in the stable state, industry should be paying for all of this, because we are solving industry problem. That's how you solve the problem of academia and industry not connected, not having a strong bridge. That's why the industries are coming down now, and that's where the opportunity arises. I think to go back to the question of grant, we handle 2 programs, which is the National Technology Innovation Sandbox program. We are the technical committee, and then the grants administered by MTDC. And then for the Dana Pengkomersialan, we've been entrusted by Mostly to do this starting from next year. So I think we have these 2 grants that has been covered. But of course, our parent, which is the Mostly, covers everything from tiara to the tiara. So anything that Meranti cannot offer, we always pass it over to our parent ministry, and to take care of the tiara 2 onwards. Yeah, so I think we work together. Just that why we took 6 onwards, because we are accelerated. We don't go all the way to the front. We go from 6 onwards. Yeah.
So if I could put into a summary, if one is interested in maybe joining or collab with Meranti, it has something to do with Mostly as well. Is it so, Mr. Peter? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so maybe if we could hear from Mostly, the ongoing grant kan, sebab Mostly ni common lah. Cuma kita nak tahu, nak dengar untuk hari ini, maybe the ongoing grants or fund, or maybe any sponsorship, be it to students, be it to staff, anything that you can have for us. You can share, Puan Nadia.
Okay, so under Mostly, we have 5 types of grant. It is categorized into 2 main categories. The first one is top-down. Under top-down, the focus is solely on key national strategic areas. So it is mandated by the top management, such as vaccine, electric vehicle, or drone. So under top-down is a funding named a Strategic Research Fund. It is 15 million per project. Yang ni memang paling menjadi rebutan sekali, 15 million per project. Jadi dia terbuka kepada startup, PKS, perusahaan kecil dan sederhana, multinational companies dan juga IPT. Tempoh dia adalah selama 3 tahun. TRL dia bermula proof of concept hingga product proven. Cuma SRF ni cara permohonan dia agak berbeza, di mana dia 2 cara. Satu boleh approach kepada Mostly terus, satu lagi kena melalui agensi pelaksana dan pemantau. Ada 9 agensi pelaksana dan pemantau. Dia akan buat screening dahulu, proposal doktor, dan kemudian bila agensi itu setuju, barulah dia akan forward kepada Mostly. Tujuannya supaya APP ni dia akan filter dulu. Projek ni memang berimpak tinggi. Okey, di bawah bottom up, kira kategori bottom up ni, doktor boleh mohon apa-apa proposal as long as dia fit dengan priority area MUSTI. Semua ada 10 priority area. Daripada ada energy, ada finance, ada agriculture, ada sebagainya. Semuanya 10. Jadi di bawah bottom up ni kita ada 4 jenis grant. Yang pertama adalah Applied Innovation Fund. Yang ini dana inovasi. Dana yang dikhususkan untuk innovator untuk menghasilkan produk inovasi yang lebih kepada downstream, yang low teknologi, penyelesaian masalah. Okey, yang ini dibuka kepada individu, kepada syarikat, selain itu kepada persatuan, koperasi ataupun NGO. Jumlah dia sedikit, 500,000, tempoh dia 12 hingga 18 bulan, TRL 2 hingga 9. Okay, selain itu bila melangkah ke high teknologi, kita ada 2 jenis grant, iaitu teknologi development 1 dan teknologi development 2. Bezanya adalah dari segi TRL dia, tahap dia. Kalau TED 1, dia bila dah ada konsep saja boleh mohon TED 1. Dia punya kuantum adalah sebanyak 1 juta. Tapi bila telah ada prototype, boleh mohon TED 2. Nilai dia adalah sebanyak 3 juta. Untuk universiti memang selalunya akan apply TED 1 ataupun TED 2. Sebab kalau AIF dia tak terbuka kepada universiti. Kalau yang saya tengok yang 5 projek yang UiTM terima tu, memang UiTM terima daripada TED 1 dan juga satu lagi dana MUSTI Combating COVID. Yang tu di bawah SRF. 5 grant yang UiTM terima yang jumlah dia sehingga 2.5 juta tu. Okey, yang terakhir adalah dana perkomersialan. Yang ini memang diselaraskan oleh Meranti. Dia memang fokus untuk supaya syarikat boleh lead valley of death tu daripada pengkomersialan ke pengkomersialan. Ini kuantum dia 4 juta, tempoh dia 2 tahun, TRL 4 hingga 7. Jadi yang ini permohonannya perlu terus ke Meranti. Okay, next slide. Yang ini saya nak mention skop-skop yang dibiayai oleh MUSTI. Okay, kami biaya ujian clinical, ujian pelbagai jenis ujian, preclinical, clinical, non-clinical, UAT, field test, stress test. Selain itu, intellectual property. When you file your patent, we will cover that, and also we will provide incentive if you file for your patent. And then market research and evaluation. This one, if you want to validate your research. Next one is compliance with rules and standards. If you want to apply GMP, Halal, ISO, we can cover that. And also special services, if you hire consultant or if you send your sample to vendor, we also cover that. And next is raw material and consumable. And administration, where we provide allowances for GRA. For degree student, we provide 3,000 ringgit per month. And also for master and PhD, we provide up to 3,200 ringgit. Next is technology and IP acquisition. If you plan to buy license from other party. And the last one is consumable equipment or pilot plant. If you want to buy equipment related to your project. So, but under dana perkomersialan, we will cover which Meranti will fund the peruntukan more to perkomersialan activities, design, technology transfer, and also more to upscaling technology. Okay, that's all.
Okay, looking at the slide just now, we saw on the TRL level. Actually, saya ada soalan ni dari tadi. How do this claim for TRL level ni being verified? Mungkin ada academician dia rasa dia TRL 7 katakan, but actually TRL 3 je. Atau dia rasa macam dia TRL 3 tapi dia actually TRL 6. So how could you at least give some idea to academicians to define themselves in terms of the TRL level tu?
Dana memang kami buat sesi konsultasi. So kalau academician unsure TRL tahap mana, so before applying for our grant, better set appointment dulu dengan kami untuk sesi konsultasi tu. So kami akan cuba provide advice seboleh mungkin. So before tu barulah apply dana kami.
Okay, so kita memang boleh buat appointment lah untuk TRL verification tu. So
Merisesi
itu
konsultasi tu.
so itu satu maklumat yang menarik. Okay, alright, thank you Puan Nadia. Okay, so from untuk Dr. Azlan, so I still recall the word lots of money for us to grab. Saya tak boleh lah tak word tu berlegar kan.
And
Jadi
I
mungkin
still hold fast to that numbers and promises.
Yeah.
Yes. So I mean like cakap pasal duit ni untuk saya panas start. I mean like the thing is the OJ has its own budget separate from Petronas budget as a whole. Means that President of Petronas approve it separately. So the philosophy is simple. Dengar di baik-baik. We fund for success. Very simple. And do evaluate your project for success. Bukannya sedap-sedap lah macam buat sambal belacan ke apa. No. And I can tell 100 kilometers away. I can smell it. Our budget, Teronji budget is based on our revenue. Is 0.08% of total revenue Petronas to 1.12, which is among the highest among peers. So last year we had 320 million ringgit as Teronji budget. And I do tell you now, even for me, I have so much difficulty to get the money. I tell you, Perabatu pun I think you might have better chance of success to get that money. But anyhow, we do have rigorous way of evaluating proposals, very rigorous. And aside from that, Malaysia is very weird in the sense of their interpretation of law. For every big industries like agriculture or extraction, they always have this mention called cess fund. So cess fund is actually a tax. It's managed by the industry itself and to be used to be invested to the industry itself. So in Petronas, we manage the petroleum cess fund. It's only mentioned once in Malaysian Petroleum Development Act 1975. Once, not even the main body, is in Schedule 1. And that is my accumulated numbers since 1984. And for every, even for like joint development area like in Thailand, we probably have 220 million US dollar of fund available for access. So for university, tak nak cakap lagi ya, UiTM dapat 4.7 million this year. Cha-ching. And the largest one is 1.8, which is quite interesting areas. It's US and advanced material. Very interesting, at least to me. But we do have those cycles of funding. Petronas manage those cess fund, and you can ask up to 20 million per proposal. But the thing is, we tak buka my slide tu yang MFT PT0 tu. But the thing is, all proposals must have certain clarity and intention towards these areas we mentioned. Ada sikit? Yeah, these things. So these are what we reckon as the next big thing for Malaysian economy lah. Hydrogen, renewables, CCUS of course, advanced materials, specialty chemicals, subsea factory, fluid technology solutions. These are new things being approved this year. Shared memory technology, Institute Smart Mining, compact fusion reactor. We're going to build one actually. Renewable oil, which is algae oil, skill economy, and gold hydrogen. So these are the things that we fund, and these are managed by specific technology leaders. But there's other funds that you can try to catch with UTP. UTP do have access to a fund worth 50 million per year, but I think it's capped at 300,000. And I think so. Sampai situ je. But in philosophy, that is, you do not worry, any collaborators do not worry about where those money comes from. It's our worry, my worry. I memang tak tidur malam fikir, mana lah bagi 30 juta ni. I tahu dah ni macam mana. Tak ambil KPI kalau tak belanja. Very simple. It must be given and entrusted to a project. Remember, we fund for success. No, we do not fund for ego or show one. So this means as it is, at least for the next 5 years, or until new president come in or new chairman come in. That's how last works. Yeah, I mean, try to make friends with people with UTP. They do have quite a bit of access of fund, and they also have like access to to the committee that manage the CES fund, CES tax fund too. And we do sit every year 2 times, but on working level we sit around 6 times, to see how far have we gone on dispersing the budget of the year. But do interact. We only fund this thing. So most of the time that the technology leaders from Petronas usually will come and do like rapat-rapat umum like this and tell their vision for the year or tell the vision for the next 5 years, and you have to pick that bits and try elaborate it more into a working solution, or at least capture an imagination that it will be a working solution. Research kan mau tahu. But don't push it your way in. I tell you for sure. We do know. We do know. More interaction. Then the thing is the rate of failure is almost zero lah. If you get to that last stage of presenting to the committee, the chance of success is almost 100%. Because most of the time, the liability or the obligation for you to get money comes under the technology leader itself. It's not your problem. It's our problem. We have to convince our management to give that money. Okay? So, jangan ribut-ribut. Focus on the technical prowess. Focus on success. Itu je. Thank you.
Okay, very interesting, Dr. Azlan. So generally, they do have the fund. They do have the money. Itu kita jelas lah. Cuma I quote what Dr. Azlan said just now in terms of Petronas opportunity. If you make to the final round, the rate of successful is almost 100%. So I hope that is motivating enough for us. Okay. This is quite a final round of the question before we go to Q&A. We have lots of students over here and they've been listening to research collaboration and everything. Tak tahu diorang faham ke tak faham ni research collaboration ni. Okay, so kalau kita boleh tanya daripada panels lah, is there any opportunity for our students to get involved with these collaborations? Because I believe students, their understanding is all about internship. Buat praktikal. Sekarang dia up sikit, protege. Okay, so but maybe ada opportunity for them to get involved and to have orang kata pre-exposure before they got into the real world of working. So maybe Dr. Azlan could share with us first.
I have around 60 vacant position. We have 30 million per year project. Apa aku cakap ni? 30 million ringgit per year. Betul. Yes. Something. It's 150 million over 5 years lah. Do the maths. Something like that. And I'm actually managing the fund in UTP itself. We have beautiful campus, not UTP, my campus, which is a 2-block building dekat belakang tu, sebelah hutan. Just to make sure that when we build the fusion reactor tu, pokok dia mati. We do have that vision. We have 16 to 28 vacant position to be filled up by year end, but now it's already November, so hopefully extend to Raya kot.
So vacant position, Dr. Azlan, meaning being a
Yes.
staff, to become a staff.
No, okay, cuba cakap.
Kadang-kadang takut dia orang salah faham ni.
Betul.
Sebab staff kat Petronas tu ramai
No,
yang
you're not staff Petronas. You're just being funded by Petronas. Itu yang paling
okay,
penting.
that's more clearer lah.
Yes. So, but the thing is,
60.
just consider it as a very, very long job interview. 2 years job interview.
Job interview.
Yes. And I am your interviewer. Tu je. Very simple. So we do have that. You can enter as a degree, but you can, if you don't want to join Petronas, you can go out as a PhD holder. It's not a problem. You will be fully funded by Petronas, but you get to do it with UTP or the selected partners of the project lah. Petronas itself do not have a very what you call that vague strategy of hiring talents, but moving onwards, we're going to make you yourself rebut that opportunity. We're only giving out 10 slots per university to give us the best 10 students graduating or past graduating students, and tell us why these 10 we should go and continue reading their CV. It's university jobs. Oh, itu macam, what you call that? Game of Thrones. I tell you, bloodbath. But it has worked last time, and we still maintain some of these talents. And when we say about talents, we are talking about agility, adaptability, and whatnot. You must be a leader of your society. You must look outward bound, because at the end of the day, science that cannot be communicated is a useless science. Very simple.
All right.
So idea yang bagi gaji ni boleh come, but do not flood my email dengan your CVs.
Itulah dah promo 60 vacant ni kena bersili dengan email ni lah Dr. Azlan. Okay, so from Ranti itself, maybe you could share some opportunities for our students.
At Meranti, we also take in interns. We recently have about 6 interns. So I think 3 from APU, and then some from UCSI and so on. So I think UiTM, I'm not sure because I just took in we just merged, we just took in the first batch. But normally, I think easily Meranti, we take easily, I think maybe 15 to 20 interns at any one time. For my department, the International Innovation Hub, I take in about 7, maximum 7. Yeah.
And to Mosti juga, any opportunity, dan saya include a question also from members of the floor. If Mosti have any interest to sponsor or to fund for students who successful in coming out with an excellent final year project that maybe we could figure out later on. Jadi mungkin Puan Nadia boleh bagi komen sikit.
In terms of funding, we have Applied Innovation Fund. It is open for individual where students can apply. Dan memang di pihak kami memang terima permohonan, especially final year project output yang bagus. Kami terima permohonan daripada student yang mohon dana AIF ni, sebab individual memang boleh terima sehingga RM50,000. Dan di peringkat sekarang pun memang mesti tengah bekerjasama dengan student-student daripada sektor TVET yang menang pertandingan untuk memohon dana AIF ni. So saya encourage semua student yang memang ada mungkin projek inovasi ataupun final year project ke untuk mohon dana ni for a start to develop your own products project. So selain itu dari segi interns memang mesti terima, boleh write in saja to us. Dan apabila telah graduate, ada juga opening untuk pegawai MyStep di mana boleh terima sehingga RM2,000 sebulan. Di bahagian saya sahaja ada 4 pegawai MyStep. Itu di bahagian saya dan mungkin di bahagian-bahagian lain keseluruhan memang ramai pegawai MyStat, especially temporary sebelum dapat permanent job. Itu saja.
Okay, great. So all of them, they have the opportunity for students as well. So you might as well grab this opportunity. Okay, tak semestinya kita kena pergi ke area yang betul-betul technical sahaja. These things can be involved as well because it is actually generally technical related. Okay, so we actually have ended all the rounds of questions, and I would now like to open questions to the floor. Kita tak berapa banyak masa. Mungkin saya boleh grab satu soalan daripada panel secara verbal atau kalau tak ada baru saya bacakan dari Padlet. Any questions from members of the floor? We have the microphone over there. Ada yang nak bertanya? Tak, yes. Encik Azrai. Yap.
I'm not sure about Petronas. Obviously, they have their own university. I think this is something very common, like you say, in advanced countries. But I have not observed this to be very common. But I think this is a direction that we have to take. The real issue today is the industries are not stepping back. They just wait and say, you need to come to me with the solutions. They don't go out. So I think the mentality of companies in Malaysia needs to change. And I deal with SMEs, I deal with some of the bigger companies in Malaysia. They're not used to doing that. I think there's something we're trying to do step by step. I think we start doing that by having a platform for them to do POCs, working on their problem statements and so on. That's when they get the feel that, okay, now I need to start investing. So you start investing in small projects first, very project-based. I think before you reach the stage where the universities actually, the industry actually invests in the universities, because that when the relationship is very strong, I believe that will happen. When I was in Munich, the buildings at Technical Institute are actually built by BMW and Siemens. So they are at that level. So I think we still have a journey to go, but I think we need to start this thing going, whereby start really engaging the industry. For now, Meranti is carrying. I hope other agencies also will do the same. We start engaging the industry to work on POCs, really on their problem statement. Then that's where we also involve the researchers from the university itself. We have to do it this way already, because it's always start with this kind of relationship. Only then when the relationship is so strong, the industry demand is so high, right? That's when you realize, okay, UiTM is really strong in this particular research areas. We know we could use their researchers to develop new products or solving current industrial problems. That is when they will come in and invest ready for the long term. I think that has to be built. This is severely very lacking in Malaysia. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Peter, for the response. Any other question? Ada soalan lagi? Yes, boleh, Prof. Hamidah. Okay.
Just now, Dr. Azlan mentioned the application for the funding from Petronas fund is very rigorous. Take also you know the quality of the professor. Yes. I think my question is, how Petronas measure the successful funded research? The outcome is really contribute to the development of the country. For example, creating more jobs.
Mhm.
So how Petronas do that?
Fantastic questions. We do have a economic model that we use for every. We do use TRL juga. We use TRL, but we only up to TRL 6, 7. Makin besar bukan maknanya makin banyak duit. Doesn't mean anything. But we manage the TRL certification ourselves. So we have a committee. Apa tu, consists of very cengil engineers. And you have to go and defend your case in front of these people. I tell you, it's not easy. Again, it's not UST's job. It's the Petronas' job to convince their own people that I'm doing something for you. Okay, remember that. For every TRL, for every time you want to apply a grant, means that, let's say you want a continuance grant, right? Continuance grant, or even a preliminary grant, you must provide us with economic benefits using very simple method, which is depreciation model is just simple direct line method. Depreciation model, but your data must come from reliable sources that can be cited and can be searched. So we use empirical technical economic model. That model will be continuously updated every time you want fund. So if the project finishes after 2 years, this is a given deliverables. Produce me an economic model. And that will be verified by the whatever people that we ask them to verify lah. Revenue apa, tak susah pun. I tell you, revenue is very simple to calculate. It's price time quantity je. Kerja counter lah paling senang dunia ni, saya rasa. Like apa ni, ada blackboard, ada white chalk, done. Tapi the thing is, you have to understand what is. That's the thing. We do not give the boundary. You must have understand the boundary. So katakanlah project you boleh produce 100,000 ton per year. Janganlah cerita sampai 350,000 if the technology doesn't allow it to happen. Very simple. If the Malaysian economy can only consume around, like 1 million ton per day, we don't estimate for 10 million ton per day. It must be on the basis of something that is happening today. But we do project for future. It's not a problem. It's very simple. Macam kira loan lah. Macam tu je. But the accuracy would be very tight as you move along. From TL4 to TL6, we don't have TL5 though. We just skip here. Because the magnitude of amount of money needed to grow that work, I tell you, basically is 4 times. 1 to 4 may cost you around 12 million, but going it to TRL6, it can cost you 48. For every TRL, it costs money to get that. That's why a series of Chingyel engineers would like continue asking you, what have you done with my 48 million? It's very important. To go. That's why I was like really interested to know what's the economic value cycle for every TRL average without Petronas involved. Petronas involved, it's all nice. But that's how we look. Economic model is a given, but then again, it's not your concern. It's Petronas team's concern.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Azlan. Okay, just a very last question because we are running out of time. I hope we could make it short and simple.
Yes, sir. We don't invest, we just fund project. We just invest a major je dekat pre-college tu sebenarnya. Truly. And that costs about £1 million. Damn it, people. Itu je. But actually we just invest a name je situ, a nameplate. Jangan tertipu. Yes, 20 yes. Yes. When we say the word hydrogen there, you have to imagine how do I get the hydrogen to you? So we have to do research along the value chain. Okay, even a single 3/4 inch pipe, kalau kena investigate on the the durability and compatibility, you better damn do it. If not, it's kalau meletup, nobody will talk about it. We don't do electric vehicles. I mean, we got Elon Musk, biarlah dia buat. Correct. Okay, Petronas themselves, Petronas ourselves consume 1 million ton of hydrogen per day dalam Petronas system. We don't really macam bawa kereta korang. I tell you, energy user, we are all being lied upon things. The true energy consumer dalam Malaysia is actually the industry. Kereta just contribute to 14% je. So who are we lying to? So when we say that we have to invest in infrastructure, we are to invest in our infrastructure to make it safe, to make sure that we are not the headline of the day. That's it, very simple. And hydrogen is very, very cranky molecule. It just kan kau sentuh besi tu, 2 jam lagi mau reput benda tu. That's what we call hydrogen embrittlement. But again, the cost of getting it to the user is important also. We have put a cap to it. We will not invest in infrastructure is more than 2 ringgit per unit energy of hydrogen, something like that. Now it costs, even SESB pun, cost is around 4.2. Still not economical. And whose burden is that? People who put the idea lah. Go and work on it. That's it.
Yeah. So thank you, Dr. Azlan. We are truly sorry for running out of time, and I believe dia bila dah hujung ni lagi makin panas kan. So I believe when this lepas session ni boleh jumpa, we can come and meet the panels personally, and with that, let us again give a round of applause towards our panels today. Thank you so much. And with that, as a token of appreciation, I would like to invite Professor Insinyur Dr. Suhaimi Abdul Talib as the Assistant of Vice Chancellor, accompanied by Professor Dr. Zakia Ahmad to deliver the token of appreciation to our panels today. The panels could remain seated. Okay. Okay. Please be invited Mr. Peter Siaspan from Meranti. Okay, Dr. Azlan Shah Hussein from Petronas. And last but not least, Puan Nadia Fatimah Ihsan from Musti. Okay, thank you to Professor Suhaimi and Professor Zakia Ahmad. Okay, so we would like to have a session of photography with all the panels and the Assistant Vice Chancellor and as well as Professor Zakia. Okay, ada request? Okay, do that.
Tolong penuhkan tengah Masuk.
Okay, so that we have come to the end of our session. Again, thank you very much to our distinguished panels and to all of participants. Again, a round of applause. So to those who are will be involving in the event after this, you may remain seated. And to the panels, you may join our event later on. We have an award ceremony. Boleh join sekali, tak ada masalah. With that, I end the session. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan selamat pagi. Okey, kita akan dalam masa 5 minit akan datang kita akan mulakan majlis. Diminta para tetamu untuk berada di tempat masing-masing. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh dan salam sejahtera. Dialukan kehadiran yang berbahagia Profesor Surveyor Engineer Dr. Haji Suhaimi Abdul Talib, penolong Naib Chancellor Kolej Pengajian Kejuruteraan, diiringi oleh dekan-dekan Kolej Pengajian Kejuruteraan. Dan untuk kita mulakan majlis rasmi kita pada pagi ini, kita akan mulakan dengan nyanyian lagu Negaraku. Diminta semua hadirin untuk berdiri. Hadirin dipersilakan duduk. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum, salam sejahtera. Pembuka kata lidah bicara. Izinkan saya mulakan acara, semoga majlis disambut ceria. Yang berbahagia Profesor Surveyor Engineer Dr. Haji Suhaimi Abdul Talib, penolong Naib Chancellor Kolej Pengajian Kejuruteraan. Yang berbahagia Profesor Engineer Dr. Haji Muhammad Azmi Ayub, Dekan Akademik dan Antarabangsa Kolej Pengajian Kejuruteraan. Yang berbahagia Profesor Dr. Zakiyah Ahmad, Dekan Penyelidikan dan Inovasi Kolej Pengajian Kejuruteraan. Yang berbahagia Profesor Dr. Hajah Hamidah Muhammad Saman, Dekan Jaringan Industri Komuniti dan Alumni Kolej Pengajian Kejuruteraan. Barisan Pengurusan Kolej Pengajian Kejuruteraan, Barisan Jawatan Kuasa Program, para tetamu jemputan, hadirin hadirat yang dihormati sekalian. Bagi memberkati majlis pada pagi ini, majlis menjemput yang berusaha Dr. Teknologis Musmulyadi Kamarudin untuk memimpin bacaan doa. Dengan hormatnya dipersilakan.
Al-Fatihah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Assalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man tabi'ahum bi ihsani ila yaumiddin. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, pada pagi yang disimbahi kemuliaan dan kemurahan rezeki, kami panjatkan doa permintaan kehadrat-Mu ilahi, kuntuman tahmid dan tasbih tanpa henti dengan setiap dengupan nadi, memuji mensyukuri keaguman-Mu, wahai Tuhan yang Maha Suci. Ya Allah, Al-Malikul Quddus, perkukuhkan akidah, keimanan dan kepercayaan kami, ketatkanlah ikatan ukhuwah persaudaraan kami ini dengan lembayung ilmu nakli dan akliyah. Penuhilah jua ya Allah segenap ruang masa yang bakal dilewati dengan gerbang istiqomah dan hamparan permadani kelestarian, agar saban hari mencipta sejarah kecemerlangan bersulam ketakwaan, menjadikan kami relevan, disanjung dan menjadi rujukan Ya Allah, mantapkanlah organisasi kami dalam saf yang bersatu hati, terpandu dan terarah dengan nawaitu yang mukhlis dalam kalbu insan-insan yang memimpin kami, agar hari esok bakal menyinari wajah generasi negara di luar sana, menjadi khalifatul ard yang kaya dengan nilai-nilai murni, profesional dan berintegriti, mampu mengendali urus tadbir duniawi dengan tangan yang dibasahi air wudhu dan dahi yang sentiasa sujud ke bumi. Ya Allah, Ya Karim, Ya Wadud, sempena majlis penutupan program Engineering Research and Innovation Week 2022 ini, kami menadah impian agar Engkau sentiasa mempermudah perjalanan kami untuk mencapai kejayaan pada masa hadapan. Namun, ia bukanlah suatu hal yang mudah. Dari itu, Ya Allah, Engkau ringankanlah. Ia bukan hanya terpikul oleh penolong Naib Chancellor kami sebagai nakhodahnya. Bahkan Engkau tunjukilah agar seluruh warga ini menjadi pendekarnya, berupaya memperkasakan janji setia dan rela bersama-sama dengan barisan kepimpinan untuk merealisasikan segala impian yang dihajatkan. Ya Allah, Dikaulah Tuhan yang maha menentukan segala sesuatu. Jadikanlah pertemuan hari ini sebagai pertemuan yang diberkati, serta jadikanlah perpisahan kami nanti suatu perpisahan yang membawa sa'dah dan kejayaan hakiki. Hindarilah juga sifat mazmumah dari menghinggapi kami semua, agar kami mampu untuk terus berinovasi dan berjuang di siang hari, meraih mercu menggapai bintang, dan di malam hari mengabdikan diri di sejadah penghambaan. Matahari dan bulan menjadi saksi, hati kami sentiasa merinduimu, wahai yang menggerakkan malam dan siang. Gugurkanlah segala dosa-dosa kami, hai anda bonda dan ahli keluarga kami, para pendidik dan mahasiswa, serta seluruh muslimin dan muslimat, sama ada yang masih hidup atau yang telah menghadapmu ya ilahi. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina adzaban nar. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa baraka wa sallam. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun alal mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Amin, amin, ya Rabbal Alamin. Terima kasih Doktor atas bacaan doa itu tadi. Hadirin dan hadirat yang dihormati sekalian, Alhamdulillah setinggi-tinggi kesyukuran kepada rahmat pencipta di atas limpah kurnianya dapat kita bersama-sama berhimpun pada pagi ini bersempena dengan majlis penutupan program Engineering Research and Innovation Week yang mengangkat tema Empowering Engineering Synergy in Science, Technology and Social Science Innovation. Di awal permulaan program ini telah diadakan International Conference on Synergy in Engineering, Science and Technology ICSES 2022 secara hybrid pada 8 dan 9 November yang melibatkan penyertaan penyelidik dari luar negara. Dan semalam kita telah saksikan majlis perasmian program yang dirasmikan oleh Yang Berbahagia Profesor Datuk Dr. Husaini bin Omar, Ketua Pengarah Pendidikan Tinggi Kementerian Pengajian Tinggi, dan telah berlangsungnya beberapa acara khusus seperti produk pitching, lawatan pameran produk penyelidikan, lawatan ke makmal penyelidikan dan research matching bersama pihak industri dan agensi kerajaan. Sebentar tadi juga telah berlangsungnya research forum dengan barisan panel forum dari pihak industri dan agensi kerajaan. Tidak lupa juga acara yang masih berjalan, program Engineering Week and Career Carnival oleh Persatuan Pelajar yang melibatkan penceramah alumni dan pameran keusahawanan serta kerjaya. Baiklah, majlis pada pagi ini diteruskan dengan majlis pelancaran e-book pemerkasaan kerjaya staf akademik Kolej Pengajian Kejuruteraan. Dengan itu, mari kita saksikan tayangan montaj yang telah disediakan. Okey, dengan ini majlis dengan sukacitanya mempersilakan Yang Berbahagia Profesor Surveyor Engineer Dr. Haji Suhaimi Abdul Talib, penolong Naib Chancellor Kolej Pengajian Kejuruteraan untuk ke atas pentas diiringi oleh 3 dekan, Profesor Engineer Dr. Muhammad Azmi Ayub, Dekan Akademik Antarabangsa, Profesor Dr. Zaki Ahmad, Dekan Pendidikan dan Inovasi, dan Profesor Dr. Hamidah Muhammad Saman, Dekan ICAN. Okey. Dia ini tak ada rehearsal Okay. Nak ambil gambar, nak ambil gambar. Itu sebab tak ada rehearsal macam ni lah. Okey. Prof, Dekan Akademik akan menyerahkan buku kepada tukar arahan pula ya. Okey, kita tukar arahan. Okey. Boleh. Majlis kita je kan? Okey. Macam mana? Okey. Okey, penyerahan buku dari PNC kepada dekan-dekan Kolej Pengajian Kejuruteraan. Tepukkan sikit, tepukkan. Seterusnya, buku yang seterusnya diserahkan daripada PNC dari hati nurani beliau kepada Dekan Penyelidikan Inovasi. Buatlah macam tu, tak apa, boleh. Tak rehearsal punya pasal kan? Okey, seterusnya dari PNC kepada Prof Hamidah Muhammad Saman, Dekan ICAN. Alright. Okey, kita bergambar last 3 dekan bersama PNC. Okey, keluar. Okey, ambil gambar. Senyum, manis, alhamdulillah ya. Terima kasih Yang Berbahagia Profesor Surveyor Engineer Dr. Haji Suhaimi Abdul Talib, penolong Naib Chancellor. Dan Dekan Akademik Antarabangsa, Dekan Pendidikan Inovasi dan Dekan ICAN. Beri tepukan. Itu adalah simbolik pelancaran Ibu Pemerkasaan Kerjaya Staf Akademik, Prof. Ya. Tapi tak ramai yang datang hari ini, Prof. Kita ada 500 staf kan. Akan disampaikan ke maklumat ini kepada pesyarah yang lain? Ada, akan. Okey, insyaAllah. Alright. Ibu, yes. Okey. Hadirin yang dihormati sekalian, majlis diteruskan dengan penyampaian anugerah penyelidikan dan inovasi kejuruteraan. Terdapat 4 kategori anugerah yang akan disampaikan. Anugerah-anugerah tersebut adalah anugerah penerbitan, anugerah penyelidikan, anugerah perundingan dan anugerah entiti kecemerlangan. Seramai 34 orang penerima anugerah bagi keseluruhan anugerah yang diadakan pada hari ini. Untuk itu, majlis dengan sukacitanya mempersilakan sekali lagi Yang Berbahagia Profesor Surveyor Engineer Dr. Haji Suhaimi Abdul Talib, penolong Naib Chancellor, dan Yang Berbahagia Profesor Dr. Zaki Ahmad, Dekan Penyelidikan dan Inovasi untuk ke atas pentas bagi menyempurnakan sesi penyampaian anugerah. Dipersilakan. Alright. Penerima Anugerah Engineering Research and Innovation Week 2022 bagi kategori Anugerah Penerbitan, bagi Anugerah Penulis Jurnal Q1 terbanyak, Penerima pertama dipersilakan Profesor Dr. Syed Shatir Ashgar bin Syed Hassan. Tahniah. Penerima seterusnya dipersilakan Associate Professor Engineer Teknologis Dr. Nur Hidayanti binti Osman. Tahniah. Dan penerima ketiga untuk penulis jurnal Q1 terbanyak dipersilakan Engineer Teknologis Dr. Associate Professor Engineer Teknologis Dr. Muhammad Hafiz bin Mamat. Tahniah diucapkan. Ya. Okey. Beri tepukan sekali lagi. Dan sebenarnya kita ada seramai 58 penulis lagi yang telah berjaya menghasilkan manuskrip di dalam jurnal Q1 dan akan menerima sijil penghargaan oleh pihak pejabat Adekan Pendidikan Inovasi. Seterusnya, bagi anugerah penulis jurnal Q2 terbanyak. Penerima pertama dipersilakan Profesor Dr. Jupiter Harangan Prasada Manurung. Boleh saya dapatkan wakil Prof. Jupiter? Teruskan, Dr. Azhan mungkin boleh bantu. Ambil semangat Dr. Azhan, Q2 terbanyak. Tahniah Dr. Azhan. Penerima seterusnya sekali lagi dijemput Associate Professor Engineer Teknologis Dr. Muhammad Hafiz bin Mamat. Tak salahlah beliau dilantik sebagai koordinator penerbitan Kolej Pengajian Kejuruteraan. Tahniah diucapkan. Dan penerima ketiga dipersilakan Associate Professor Dr. Muhammad Murtada bin Osman. Boleh saya dapatkan wakil student? Tak ada. Student beliau ada di sini? Kolik beliau yang tersayang ada di sini? Tak ada. Tolong. Boleh. Okey. Wakil untuk Associate Professor Dr. Muhammad Murtada ya. Okey, terima kasih. Dan untuk kategori ini seramai 55 penulis lagi yang telah berjaya menghasilkan manuskrip di dalam jurnal Q2 dan akan menerima sijil penghargaan. Seterusnya, anugerah penyelidikan. Bagi kategori penerima dana geran penyelidikan antarabangsa terbanyak. Okay. Penerima pertama dipersilakan Associate Professor IR Dr. Rosita Jailani. Tajuk Grant Pi Program 2 for Women in STEAM Age Financing by British Council. Boleh saya dapatkan wakil Dr. Rosita? Boleh? Syuhada? Boleh? Kenal tak Dr. Rosita? Tak kenal? Kenal. Boleh wakil tak? Tak. Syuhada, kita ambil semangat. Geran antarabangsa terbanyak lepas ni insya-Allah. Tahniah. Seterusnya dipersilakan IRTS Dr. Maizatul Zokapli dengan tajuk Grant STEAM Based Education for Special Needs Children in Malaysia, financing by IEEE EDS Humanitarian Project. Dipersilakan wakil Dr. Maizatul. Tepukan. Okey. Dan penerima seterusnya dipersilakan untuk geran penyelidikan antarabangsa terbanyak Dr. Muhammad Faizal bin Muhammad dengan tajuk PIV Measurement of Flow Within Vertically Stratified Isolated Building with Various Floor Opening Locations, financing by Joint Usage Research Center, Tokyo Polytechnic University. Penerima seterusnya geran penyelidikan antarabangsa terbanyak dijemput Associate Professor Technologist Dr. Nofri Yenita Dahlan dengan tajuk Facilitating a Just, Fair and Affordable Energy Transition in the Asia Pacific, financing by British Academy. Dan penerima terakhir bagi kategori geran penyelidikan antarabangsa terbanyak dipersilakan Associate Professor Technologist Dr. Cik Khairil Izam bin Cik Ibrahim dengan tajuk Design for Safety DFS in Construction, Collaboration for Knowledge Transfer from the UK with Implications for Policy and Practice in Malaysia, financing by British Council. Okey, tahniah diucapkan kepada kesemua penerima geran penyelidikan antarabangsa terbanyak. Tepukan sekali lagi. Dan untuk kategori ini seramai 11 penyelidik lagi yang telah berjaya mendapatkan dana geran penyelidikan antarabangsa akan menerima sijil penghargaan. Mungkin yang 11 ini nilai dia kurang daripada yang 5 penerima yang tadi tu. Okey. Okey, untuk kategori seterusnya geran penyelidikan nasional terbanyak dipersilakan Associate Professor IRTS Dr. Nur Hidayati binti Osman. Tajuk Elucidating the Role of Photothermal Activities in Controlling Temperature, Polarization and Fouling Behavior of apa benda tu tak tahu. Okay, Base Hollow Fiber Membrane Distillation daripada FRGS. Tahniah Doktor. 2 kali naik pentas ya hari ini. Seterusnya, penerima geran pendidikan nasional terbanyak Associate Professor Dr. Wan Fazlida Hanim binti Abdullah dengan tajuk Electrochemical Sensing Modules with Detachable Electrodes for Connected Point of Use Sampling, financing by PRGS. Tahniah Dr. Wan. Penerima seterusnya geran pendidikan nasional terbanyak dipersilakan Associate Professor Dr. Rohana binti Hassan dengan tajuk European Yield Model Theoretical Modification for Structural Dowel Linear Glued Laminated Bamboo and Glue Bam Characterization made of Selected Tropical Species, financing by FRGS. Tahniah. Dan penerima bagi geran ini dipersilakan Associate Professor IR Dr. Nurul Huda Abdul Rahman dengan tajuk Development and Validation of Wide Angle Beam Scanning Dielectric Lens Antenna Prototype for Enhanced 5G Connectivity in Smart Cities, financing by PRGS. Tahniah Doktor. Dan untuk kategori ini seramai 73 penyelidik lagi yang telah berjaya mendapatkan dana dan akan menerima sijil penghargaan. Duduk diam-diam situ. Duduk situ, jangan mana. Anugerah seterusnya, dana geran penyelidikan industri terbanyak. Oh, patutlah dia bercakap ni. Penerima Prof. Dr. Zakiah Ahmad, kajian pembangunan data kelas kekuatan untuk batang buluh bagi reka bentuk struktur buluh dari spesies buluh Malaysia. Financing by Department of Standard Malaysia. Penerima seterusnya bagi kategori geran pendidikan industri terbanyak dipersilakan Dr. Zakiah Abdul Kudus dengan tajuk Development of Online Bridge Health Monitoring System in Malaysia, financing by MRCB George Ken Sendirian Berhad. Wakil student Dr. Zakiah, pelajar PhD beliau. Tanya tak di jalan. Sabar Prof, sabar. Prof Zakiah, istighfar. Dan penerima ketiga, sekali lagi, the one and only Prof Dr. Zakiah Ahmad. Tajuk Blueprint Pembangunan Industri Produk Kejuruteraan Kayu di Sarawak. Financing by Perbadanan Kemajuan Perusahaan Kayu Sarawak Pusaka. Excited dia, kan? Okey. Tahniah semua dan seramai 10 penyelidik lain akan menerima sijil penghargaan. Seterusnya, anugerah perundingan. Penerima dana perundingan terbanyak, penerima pertama dipersilakan Engineer Dr. Rahimi bin Baharom dengan tajuk Advanced Battery Charger System for Electric Vehicle. Tahniah Doktor. Seterusnya, penerima dana perundingan terbanyak, Associate Professor Dr. Nofri Yanita binti Dahlan dengan tajuk Cloud-Based Energy Management System Using Artificial Intelligence for Virtual Power Plant. Tahniah. Dan penerima seterusnya, dana perundingan terbanyak dipersilakan Profesor Dr. Aidah binti Jumahat dengan tajuk Natural Fiber Composite Repairs for Structures and Buildings Design, Installation, Testing and Inspection. Terima kasih. Seterusnya, penghasilan laporan teknikal perundingan terbanyak dipersilakan Associate Professor IR Dr. Zulkifli bin Abdul Rashid. Tanya. Seterusnya dipersilakan laporan teknikal perundingan terbanyak Nik Hakimi bin Nik Ali. Dan akhir sekali, bagi penerima laporan teknikal perundingan terbanyak dipersilakan Associate Professor TS Dr. Ikarizan binti Syafi'i. Bagi penerima dana perundingan berdaftar, untuk makluman semua seramai 91 penyelidik dari PKA, 19 penyelidik dari PKE, 19 penyelidik dari PKM dan 22 penyelidik dari PKK yang telah berjaya mendapatkan dan mendaftar dana perundingan akan menerima sijil penghargaan. Tepukan. Okey. Seterusnya, anugerah entiti kecemerlangan bagi kategori Research Interest Group RIG terbaik. Okey. Dipersilakan Associate Professor Dr. Zulkifli bin Muhammad, Sports Engineering and Artificial Intelligence Center CIC. Menerima sijil dan wang tunai. Wang kaya Dr. Zul. Berapa dapat tu? RM200. Okey. Dia belanja anak-anak buah lah kat CIC kan. Syuhada mungkin minta makan ke tempat lain. Jangan makan kat kafe saja. Penerima seterusnya Research Interest Group terbaik dipersilakan Associate Professor Dr. Wan Ahmad Najmi bin Wan Muhammad, Efficient Energy Conversion Technologies Research Group. Wakil beliau Dr. Idris. Tahniah dan Research Interest Group terbaik dipersilakan Associate Professor Dr. Fazlina binti Hamzah, Biocatalyst and Bio-Based Material. Ada wakil tak? Okey, Prof. Dr. Said. Terima kasih. Seterusnya, anugerah Research Interest Group peningkatan terbaik. Tadi terbaik, ni peningkatan terbaik. Penerima Associate Professor TS Dr. Muhammad Fahmi bin Hussein Elias Muhammad untuk grup Applied Electromagnetics Research Group. Electrical. Boleh saya dapatkan wakil? Siapa? Siapa tu? Itu siapa? Yes. Wakil? Yang siapa? Tak ada wakil. Tolong, ada. Prof. Zakia, ada wakil. Okey, terima kasih. Penerima seterusnya, Research Interest Group peningkatan terbaik dipersilakan Engineer Dr. Rahimi Baharum, Power Electronics Research Group. Ini dapat duit juga kan? Dapat duit. Dapat. Masih dapat doktor ya. Masih dapat. Yang first tadi tu Q1 Q2 tak dapat duit. Okey. Dan telah dikenal pasti penerima RIG 5 stars sebanyak 8 RIG telah berjaya mencapai kecemerlangan dan akan menerima sijil penghargaan. Okey, kita teruskan research bagi anugerah Research Group terbaik RG. Tadi RIG, yang ini RG. Okey. Dipersilakan penerima Associate Professor TS Dr. Aida binti Jumahat, Profesor Profesor. Sekali lagi saya sebut Profesor Teknologis Dr. Aida binti Jumahat untuk grup Fracture Mechanics and Materials Integrity Research Group. Okey. Penerima seterusnya dipersilakan Associate Professor TS Dr. Abdul Halim bin Abdullah, untuk grup Biomechanical and Clinical Engineering Research Group. RM200 kan? 100-150. Ditanya Dr. Alim, right? Dan penerima terakhir bagi kategori RG terbaik dipersilakan. Hari ini dia naik kali ketiga lah. Yang ini dia naik kali ketiga atas pentas. Tadi mungkin yang first dia tak dapat duit, yang ni dia dapat duit. Dipersilakan Associate Professor IRTS Dr. Muhammad Hafiz bin Mamat untuk grup Nano Electronic Research Group. Pada berbaloi kan Dr. Hafiz, yang ni dapat duit. Tahniah diucapkan. Seterusnya, bagi anugerah Research Group peningkatan terbaik, dipersilakan Associate Professor Dr. Azil Bahari bin alias Alis dengan tajuk dengan nama grup beliau Industrial Process Reliability and Sustainability. Dan penerima terakhir bagi majlis anugerah kita pada pagi ini dijemput Research Group peningkatan terbaik Associate Professor IR Dr. Nur Fitrah binti Abu Bakar, Particle Engineering Technology Group. Wakil Dr. Nur Fitrah, PKK. Terima kasih dan telah dikenal pasti sebanyak 10 research group yang telah berjaya mencapai kecemerlangan 5 bintang akan menerima sijil penghargaan. Kita dah habis anugerah kan? Nah, okey. Untuk itu saya mengucapkan ribuan terima kasih kepada Yang Berbahagia Profesor Surveyor Engineer Dr. Haji Suhaimi Abdul Talib, Penolong Naib Chancellor, dan Yang Berbahagia Profesor Dr. Zakia Ahmad, Dekan Penyelidikan Inovasi atas upacara penyampaian anugerah sebentar tadi. Dan untuk makluman semua, terdapat juga anugerah inovasi yang akan diberikan sijil penghargaan bagi kategori penghasilan paten. Telah dikenal pasti 9 penyelidik yang telah berjaya menghasilkan dan mendaftar paten tersebut akan menerima sijil penghargaan. Begitu juga bagi penghasilan copyright, seramai 59 penyelidik yang telah berjaya menghasilkan dan mendaftar copyright akan menerima sijil penghargaan daripada Pejabat Dekan Penyelidikan dan Inovasi. Boleh kita berikan tepukan untuk semua penerima anugerah pada hari ini? Baiklah hadirin yang dihormati sekalian, majlis diteruskan dengan ucapan penutupan program Engineering Research and Innovation Week. Dengan ini majlis mempersilakan sekali lagi Yang Berbahagia Profesor Surveyor Engineer Dr. Haji Suhaimi Abdul Talib, Penolong Naib Chancellor Kolej Pengajian Kejuruteraan untuk menyampaikan ucapan. Dipersilakan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih saudara pengacara majlis. Yang berusaha Profesor Insinyur Dr. Muhammad Azmi bin Ayub, Dekan Akademik dan Antarabangsa. Yang berusaha Prof. Dr. Zakiah binti Ahmad, Dekan Pendidikan dan Inovasi. Yang berusaha Prof. Dr. Hajah Hamidah Muhammad Saman, Dekan Jaringan Komuniti dan Alumni. Pengurusan kanan Kolej Kejuruteraan, para pensyarah, staf pentadbiran dan staf teknikal Kolej Pengajian Kejuruteraan yang saya kasihi. Sebelum saya teruskan dengan pembacaan teks ini, izinkan juga saya untuk mengalu-alukan kehadiran staf kita yang berada di luar tapi kembali turut bersama-sama kita, pengarah endowment Profesor Madya Dr. Arwan, pengarah Bitkom, pengarah Bitkom Profesor Syed Syatir, pengarah Sri Profesor Madya Dr. Nofri. Terima kasih di atas kehadiran untuk bersama-sama dengan warga kita. Dan tidak juga saya lupakan kepada para pelajar KPK dan tetamu yang menghadiri Minggu Pendidikan dan Inovasi Kejuruteraan ERIW2022. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, alhamdulillah. Segala puji bagi Allah yang Maha Pengasih lagi Maha Penyayang. Dengan limpah rahmat dan kurnia-Nya kita dapat berkumpul di sini pada hari ini bagi menjayakan Minggu Pendidikan dan Inovasi Kejuruteraan. Terima kasih dan syabas saya ucapkan kepada Pejabat Dekan Pendidikan dan Inovasi KPK selaku penganjur untuk program kita pada hari ini. Seperti mana yang telah dimaklumkan oleh pengacara majlis tadi, minggu ini memang agak padat, bermula dengan konferensi, lepas tu kita ada macam 2 hari ini macam karnival lah, macam karnival dekat bawah tu dengan berniaga. Siapalah pula tu jatuh tu? Yang jatuh tu saya tak risau, yang latah tu tadi siapa dia? Macam karnival yang melibatkan bukan sahaja warga kita, pelajar-pelajar kita dan juga orang daripada industri dan juga usahawan yang membantu dan juga mereka daripada agensi-agensi kerajaan yang membantu program kita. Jadi saya ingin mengambil kesempatan ini untuk menyatakan bahawa program ini tidak, walaupun secara umumnya di poster dianjurkan oleh Pejabat Dekan Pendidikan dan Inovasi, tapi sebenarnya dia merupakan tindakan secara bersama keempat-empat portfolio dekan kita. Empat-empat portfolio dekan kita, ICAN dengan membawa usahawan dan jaringan industri, MOU dan sebagainya. Daripada segi pelajarnya juga, Prof. Hazina tidak ada bersama kita sebab berada di ILD kalau tak silap saya, ada program di sana. Dan juga Prof. Hazmi, semuanya program-program kita dibuat secara bersama. So bagi saya ini merupakan satu manifestasi sinergi yang dilakukan oleh pejabat empat-empat dekan yang melibatkan warga, pelajar, industri, komuniti dan juga agensi kerajaan. Itulah jadi macam tu, lepas tu cari balik taman yang nak baca. Tujuan utama program ini ialah untuk memantapkan kolaborasi pendidikan di antara industri dan agensi kerajaan bersama para pendidik di Kolej Pengajian Kejuruteraan. Sepanjang 2 hari mulai semalam hingga hari ini, terdapat pelbagai program yang telah dijalankan seperti menandatangani sebanyak 13 atau 14 MOU, MOA bersama pihak industri serta agensi kerajaan dan 4 produk pitching bersama rakan industri. Produk pitching ni saya bersama dekan-dekan Puan Azlina dan juga Cik Armin, kami berada di Puncak Alam. Tapi gambar-gambar yang kita terima itu menunjukkan bahawa pihak industri datang ramai yang datang untuk melihat pitching produk kita. Masa saya duduk sign surat tu, panggil syarikat ni, jemput syarikat ni, jemput syarikat ni, saya duduk susah hati datang ke tidak. Orang akan datang ke tidak. Jemputan keluar, Prof. Hamidah dia tak susah hati saya susah hati kata bila sign banyak-banyak ni saya susah hati. Orang datang ramai, tak cukup makan. Prof. Hamidah dia kata dia tak susah hati kalau orang datang tak cukup makan. Dia susah hati kalau orang tak datang. Tapi berdasarkan pada apa yang kita lihat semalam, ramai yang datang dan betul dia tak cukup makan. Sikit tak cukup makan. So okeylah ya. Makna kata syarikat-syarikat yang datang itu adalah satu manifestasi bahawa dia yakin dengan produk kita. Dan bagi saya bila kita tanda tangan MOU semalam tu kita buat pertukaran dokumen. Banyak juga syarikat-syarikat yang bukan Bumiputra. So I think we have to we have to focus on companies yang bukan Bumiputra sebab kita nak bagi dia keyakinan that penyelidik kita boleh boleh menghasilkan pendidikan yang baik. Pelajar kita juga merupakan pelajar yang ada kompetensi. So bila kita ada macam ni, we are opening up graduate employability kita kepada pasaran yang lebih luas. Selain daripada itu, program ini juga telah berjaya melaksanakan padanan pendidikan di antara agensi kerajaan dan industri bersama 21 orang penyelidik KPK UiTM di bawah 4 kluster iaitu cyber teknologi, tenaga dan alam sekitar, teknologi industri dan kesihatan dan kesejahteraan. Kemeriahan ERIW2022 ini ditambah lagi dengan 46 pameran pendidikan oleh para pendidik KPK dan Micro Industry Hub. Meriah tak meriahnya hari ini saya dapati ada juga bendera parti politik yang digantung dekat bawah tu. Tapi sekejap sajalah. Yang sempat tengok rezeki dia lah sempat tengok ya. Yang sempat tengok. Jadi kita cubalah keep the campus neutral. Pandangan yang mengatakan kita patut undi pemimpin macam mana itu boleh diutarakan, tapi jangan disebut nama pemimpin dan partinya. Ya. Yang tu pun apa orang kata meriahnya tu sampai ke tahap itulah ya. Tu Helmi duk tengok macam muka bersalah je. Tak ya? Bukan. Okey. Kesimpulannya, ERIW2022 ini berjaya melahirkan banyak peluang baru bagi kolaborasi di dalam bidang kajian yang merangkumi keempat-empat jurus kejuruteraan iaitu awam, elektrikal, kimia dan mekanikal di samping memenuhi keperluan rangka kerja 10-10 ataupun 10-10 Malaysian Science, Technology, Innovation and Economy Framework atau lebih dikenali sebagai 10-10 My Style. Aspirasi ini berjaya dikupas dengan jelas oleh panel jemputan dalam forum industri yang bertemakan memperkasakan sinergi kejuruteraan sains, teknologi dan inovasi sains sosial. Pada hadirin yang saya hormati, adalah menjadi harapan saya agar warga Koalisi Pengajian Kejuruteraan merebut seberapa banyak peluang pendidikan dan kolaborasi bersama industri dan agensi kerajaan bagi meningkatkan ketampakan dan kebolehpasaran hasil pendidikan mereka. Ini adalah selaras dengan aspirasi dan pelan strategik UiTM 2025 yang memberi penekanan lebih agresif untuk memperluaskan jaringan kerjasama di peringkat global. GRU 2025 tahun 2022 ini kita lebih pergi kepada global competency global competency, dan kita dapati bahawa daripada segi jaringan antara bangsa kita sama ada di kalangan industri ataupun universiti memang berkembang berkembang pesat, walaupun Prof Hamidah dengan Prof Hazmi selalu kalau meeting eksekutif tu bila sampai nak bentang MOU antarabangsa muram aja. Sebab sasaran yang diletakkan oleh universiti terlalu tinggi. Tapi kalau kita bandingkan pencapaian kita dengan kolej dan juga fakulti-fakulti lain, walaupun kita tak capai sasaran, kita antara yang tertinggi. So jadi saya merasakan bahawa effort yang kita buat itu telah berjaya berjaya untuk mencapai hasrat tahun 2022 iaitu global competency, orang nak bekerja sama dengan kita. Untuk 2023, Datuk BC telah meletakkan satu sasaran yang naik sedikit. Dengan global competency itu, kita mengharapkan bahawa pelajar kita, pensyarah kita, penyelidik kita sampai pada tahap apa yang beliau katakan sebagai globally marketable. Globally marketable. Jadi tahun depan, makna kata yang mana ada partner-partner tu, partner luar negara apa semua, dia nak buat kerja apa-apa dengan kita minta dia keluarkan surat jemputan. Dia jemput kita untuk participate. Kalau dia jemput kita untuk participate, kat situlah kita kata, kita diperlukan. We are marketable. Jangan kata cakap mulut email-email macam tu. Kena ada suratnya. Surat. Bila kata dia nak libatkan pelajar kita minta surat, jemput pelajar kita. Itu menunjukkan bahawa mereka perlukan, mereka berkehendakkan pelajar kita itu laku, marketable. Boleh? Sampaikanlah pada kawan-kawan strategi kita yang itu. That is how we will do it. Tahniah pada semua yang berjaya tadi yang menerima anugerah. Tahniah juga kepada semua yang sudi meluangkan masa untuk menghadiri program-program kita sepanjang minggu ini. Adalah besar harapan saya tuan-tuan dan puan-puan dapat menimba ilmu, pengalaman dan seterusnya menyumbang pada pencapaian prestasi kolej kita bagi tahun 2023 yang akan datang. Saya juga ingin mengucapkan setinggi-tinggi tahniah kepada penerima hadiah Pendidikan Inovasi KPK tahun 2022. Terima kasih juga pada pihak penganjur, warga kerja yang bertungkus lumus dalam menjayakan program ERIW ini. Semoga Allah membalas segala jasa baik tuan-tuan dan puan-puan. Sekian, wabillahi taufik. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.
Terima kasih Yang Berbahagia Profesor Sebagai Engineer Dr. Haji Suhaimi Abdul Talib, Penolong Naib Chancellor Kolej Pengajian Kejuruteraan atas ucapan penutupan sebentar tadi. Pada hari ini yang dihormati, dengan ini maka berakhirlah majlis penutupan program Engineering Research and Innovation Week Kolej Pengajian Kejuruteraan Universiti Teknologi Mara 2022. Setinggi-tinggi penghargaan dan terima kasih kepada semua pihak yang terlibat secara langsung dan tidak langsung dalam menjayakan program seminggu ini. Majlis dengan ini mempersilakan kesemua barisan tetamu kehormat untuk kedewan jamuan yang disediakan dan tetamu lain boleh menjemput jamuan di pejabat PNI tingkat 10. Sebelum kita mengakhiri program pada hari ini, izinkan saya menyatakan yang ini. Tanam sirih dalam tanaman, gali lubang tepi perigi. Terima kasih hadirin budiman, lain kali bersua lagi. Sekian wabillahi taufik wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih. Kita adakan sesi fotografi, Prof. Sebelum kita beredar, daripada yes, duduk di tengah bahagian tengah dewan untuk kita bergambar.
Boleh tak AJK, ERIW, kita ambil gambar ramai-ramai kat sini? Yang lain boleh pergi boleh ke Dewan Makan, tapi saya nak AJK, ERIW